Holy Mountains in Noita are very useful, providing you with some HP and a spell refresh, some wands or spells that you can purchase, perks, and it also provides a place where you can take a breather. You can chill and take a pause from all the action that always happens in Noita. And last but not least is the ability to edit your wands, which is something very useful in Noita. But the problem is that you can't edit wands after you've left the Holy Mountain. Or can you? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to get out of the Holy Mountain and how you can trick the system so you don't have to collapse it and lose the wand editing functionality. So you can come back to it anytime you want and edit your wands any way you please. I'm not gonna cover absolutely every single way you can get out of the Holy Mountain. I'm just gonna cover the most common ways and the most simple ways pretty much, but there are some things or some more things you can do to get out if you really are in a pickle, but I'm not gonna cover them in this video. Instead, I'm gonna link a Reddit post that I found in the description, so you can go ahead and look through it, see if you find something that you like and maybe incorporate it into your own play. There are three categories in this video: Flasks, Teleportation, and Cutting. All three of them have pretty simple ways to get out of the Holy Mountain. Some of them are better, some of them are worse. You'll see what I'm talking about, but let's start with the first one: Cutting. Cutting is the easiest of the bunch. All you do is cut this part of the Holy Mountain and get out, and when you get in, you just get in through the hole and everything is good. There is a problem though. When you cut through the Holy Mountain, there is a segment where you will spawn the gods. The gods being Steve and Scott. I'm gonna show you how to deal with Steve. He is very easy to kill, to deal with. But for Scott, you're gonna need either a good wand or some ambrosia to deal with him. If you want a guide on how to kill these guys or how to deal with them, just tell me in the comments and I'll be sure to do it. So the easiest way to kill Steve is, before you start cutting, kick the statue in the middle of this little altar where you get your perks from, and then go and cut a little bit of the Holy Mountain. When you see this little "you have angered the gods" message, go up to the statue, look up, and simply kick the statue up into Steve, and he will 100% die. So that's it with him. I'm gonna tell you what to do after he's spawned. It's still really easy, don't worry, but that's all you gotta do. So the first one is the Lumi drill. You can cut a mountain with a regular Lumi drill or with a Lumi drill with a timer. The only difference is that the Lumi drill with timer takes a lot more mana to use than the regular one, so you might have to sit there a while longer to try and cut it. But as you can see, it's very easy to do and you can get in and out very easily. Now the next time you will go into a Holy Mountain, Steve will be there waiting for you. The way to deal with him is pretty easy. Again, you just go up to him, lure him all the way back to where you first spawn in the Holy Mountain, position yourself to the back of this statue, and when he gets up here, you just kick the statue up in his face and he's dead. Very easy, and you also get a lot of money as well because it's an environment kill and whatnot. Next spell on the list of cutting is the Plasma Cutter. With this guy, you have to be a little careful because you can actually get damaged by it, but this is just very easy. If you stay in place, just stay put, and you just click right in front of you, you will eventually cut through the wall and be able to get out exactly as you would with the Lumi drill. So this is just another way to do it. Next on the list is, you guessed it, black holes. Black holes are temporary spells, but you can get them to be infinite, but they are the easiest of the bunch. You don't really have to work, you don't have to do anything, you just left click and the black hole will just eat through all the wall and you can go out. Not much to explain here. Just know that just like with the Lumi drill, the black hole with timer has more mana consumption than the regular black hole and the white hole. There is a black hole and a white hole. They're pretty similar. In this case, they are exactly the same. So this is the easiest method to do it. Really, the best way. If you know how to get infinite spells in the game, this is the best way to do it. Moving on to the next category, which are flasks. There are a decent amount of flasks that will help you get out of the Holy Mountain. I'm gonna cover, I think, pretty much all of them that can help you get out, but for the first one, we start with the acid potion. With acid, all you do is left click until you make a big enough hole to be able to get out of. Don't put it all at once because you will kind of waste a lot of it, but if you just left click it like I'm doing in this video, you will probably be able to get out of 2 holy mountains with it. It's pretty easy, just be careful not to run straight into the acid and kill yourself, because acid is very dangerous. But other than that, it's pretty simple. You make the hole, you get out of it, and you get in through it. Yep. Next one is Teleportation. This is probably the easiest one of the flasks category. All you do is either put some Teleportation somewhere where you know you can use it again, or just drink from the flask straight up, and wherever your mouse is pointing at, you will teleport. So if you want to go down, just hover your mouse down and sprinkle some Teleportium down, and you'll just get teleported down. Pretty easy. If you want to get back into the Holy Mountain, you can do it just by being underneath it, but I find it to be a little inconsistent. So a better way to do it is just come to the entrance and just drink from the flask, and you will be teleported inside. Also, with the teleport flask, you can get up to the previous level if you want to. You can do that with digging as well. I didn't cover it, but I mean, it's obvious, right? Teleportium is good because it will not spawn Steve or the gods. You will be fine because you are not breaking the Holy Mountain. You just get out and you don't mess with the walls at all. Speaking of Teleportarium, there is another variation of Teleportarium called Unstable Teleportarium. This flask does the same thing as Teleportarium, but it has a flaw, it has a problem. It will teleport you in random directions. So for getting out of the Holy Mountain, you might be successful with it, but for getting in is much harder. It's pretty much down to luck. So you can't really hover your mouse to tell it where to go, but there is a very simple fix to this. All you have to do is get an unstable Teleportarium flask and combine it with some slime. So I have a slime potion here, and I'm putting it down so I can scoop it up with my unstable Teleportarium, scooping some slime into the flask, and then mixing the flask just by agitating the mouse, doing a rotation and whatnot. That will actually create Teleportarium, so it's no longer unstable, and you can use it the exact same way as I showed previously with Teleportarium. It seems like unstable Teleportarium is a bit more common in Noita, so this trick is probably going to help you out. Next and last on the list is Polymorphine. This is a little harder to pull off and a bit more dangerous, but it's still pretty easy. What you have to do is put some Polymorphine on the ground. I like to put it to the back of this statue, so I always have it there if I need it. Go into it, you will be transformed into a sheep, and then fly past the trigger of the Holy Mountain, and be sure to stay on the very edge of the mountain, because if you stay a little more to the left, in the middle or something, you will actually touch the invisible trigger of the Holy Mountain collapse, and you will collapse the Holy Mountain. So be sure to stay as far right as possible. Just wait a bit until you transform back to Mina. Don't go into the level immediately because you will get one shot while polymorphed, so be careful with that. And by getting in, again, sprinkle some polymorphine on the ground and then polymorph yourself. You have to wait around 3 to 5 seconds until you start flying, and then just start tapping on your W key until you turn back to Mina and then polymorph yourself again so you can just get into the Holy Mountain nice and safe without collapsing it. Now, why you have to do this is pretty interesting. So when you're polymorph and you get back into Mina form, your levitating bar actually gets reset. If you would do it in Mina form, just levitate up to the entrance and then polymorph yourself, you will not have enough levitadium to actually get into the mountain and you will fall down. The same goes with chaotic polymorphine. It's the same thing. The only thing that you have to be careful with is that a chaotic polymorphine has a lot more mobs in its rotation, so you will turn into random mobs when chaotic polyed. So this is the only problem you can have with that, but other than that, it functions just the same. And here we are, we got to the last category. If you made it this far, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1k subs, but this category is a little bit more technical, so you need a little bit more practice with this. It's not insanely hard, but you do need to practice it a little bit. Starting up with teleportation, if you know how to do this well, you will not have any problems. You will not collapse the Holy Mountain. All you do is fly a little over this penultimum line you see here in this Holy Mountain design and just shoot your teleport bolt out. It is pretty precise, but if you practice it, you will get it down eventually. That goes for the normal teleport and the short teleport, so it's the same thing. And for getting back into the Holy Mountain, you can shoot your teleport up so you don't waste your levitadium. Get up into the ceiling and aim for the line that I previously showed you and you will get in with no problems. Just make sure after you shoot to let go of your W key, because maybe you get the shot well, but because you press W, you actually fly a little bit. You might hit that trigger that I was talking about previously and you will collapse the Holy Mountain. So make sure to get your finger off the levitation after you shoot. Same goes for the short tele. Again, it's the same thing. You can make this teleport much easier to do if you put a distant cast on it. As the name implies, this modifier actually shoots your spell a little further away from you, so you can just shoot the teleport bolt through the wall and not have any problems having to do all this technical things that I just showed you. If you find this is very useful. It will make your life so much easier. We got to the last spell, which is Return. Return is a very interesting spell and we have to cast it in a interesting way. So what it does is when you shoot your wand, it actually creates a little point of view to return to in a couple seconds. We can use this to get out of the Holy Mountain by using triggers. Any kind of trigger works. Spark Bolt trigger, double trigger, timer, even an egg, that will work as well. All you have to do is put the return on a trigger and shoot it the same way I showed you with the teleport bolt. It will create a little spot and teleport you exactly to that point after a couple seconds. So with the spark bolt trigger method, it pretty much works the same as the teleport bolt, but it's a little harder to pull off with an egg because the egg will immediately crack if you hit it on a wall. So you gotta be a little careful, but it's not really that hard. You can do it pretty easily. And if you don't have a teleport bolt, this is the next best thing you can use if you have triggers. Also, you can use this return with the distant cast I showed you to get in and out without any technical bullshit that you have to do if you don't have the distant cast. This is everything I feel like should be included in this video. Again, I told you there are more things you can use to get out of the Holy Mountain, but I'm not covering them. So if you're interested in more ways, just go into the description and look at that Reddit post that I told you about in the beginning. But that's it for me in this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something and I'll see you in the next one.